Please stand and join us. Okay. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right. Thank you. We will now go into our roll call.
Good morning, everyone. Mr. Weinstein. Ms. Wilson. Here. Mr. Reedshaw.
Here.
Mr. O'Connor.
Here.
Mr. Shea. Dr. Gilliam.
Go back to Mr. Watson.
Mr. Weinstein.
I'm here.
Here. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Thank you, guys. There is no public comment. There was, for the record, an executive session held at 10 a.m. this morning. Item B, we have an awardee, the 2021 ONYX Women Leadership Award honoree was our very own Kim Slater Woods. I know she can't be with us today, but I'll pass it off to the executive director to say a couple words.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think it would be most appropriate for me to address this right now. Onyx Women Leadership Award. That's all right.
Sorry, I'm just into acronyms now, so just.
It's okay. It's a black thing. So, and it's a mathematical thing because there are two awardees. We're just back to the table, folks. It's all right.
Well, technically, I'm on recess. So I'm just checked out right now, yes.
So we have Kim Slater Wood and Tanae Crew, each of whom have been acknowledged by the Onyx Woman Organization, which is an organization that networks, uplifts, motivates African-American women. Two people who here at ALCOSAN step up, step into every challenge we place before them. We're very proud. I believe, do we have a picture to throw up? No, we don't have a picture to throw up. Once again, this is our first time at the table. This is going to be so smooth by September. It'll be peanut butter or something that comes out of the tanks. All right. Okay.
Wow.
Back to you, Mr. Chair.
Yikes, it's Monday morning. Too much coffee. That's why we have evening meetings, I assume, yeah. All right, well, while I can continue to embarrass myself through the agenda, we will go to item C, and we will go with Karen for an operating cost and revenue. See Exhibit A.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Again, this is through the first 6 months of the year, so 50% of the year is already expended. We have spent 44% of our operating budget through June 30th. We have received 50% of our revenue, so we continue to operate in a sound financial manner.
All right.
Any questions?
Seeing none, we will go to D, 2021 capital budget status, Exhibit B, and we will pass it off to Kim.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So through July 22nd of this year, we've up to over $26 million in spending. As we would expect, that number is climbing because of the construction. And a lot of it is almost 6 million of the growth from my May report is in that S461, the North End facilities, which also includes our RAS project. They're both under that same S number. And then the other thing that had a big jump is that S475, the tunnel program management, because we've been really ramping up the that program as well. And so with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions about the budget report as of July 22nd.
Okay, seeing none, we will, as you mentioned, the expansion cost report, Exhibit C.
Okay, so here is the new report that we'll be seeing for the next 10 years or so. This is just focused on the wastewater treatment plant expansion. So as of today, we've awarded $232 million in construction associated with plant expansion. We are at about just 11% of work completed, the value of the work completed. So everything is really getting started. You'll see that the East Headworks project that we awarded for the $87 million, we haven't had an invoice yet, but I think you can both observe there's a lot going on over there. So I'd expect those invoices to start coming in at our September board meeting. And then the other thing I would point out is that the plant electrical distribution system upgrade is on tonight's agenda for award. So that'll be added to my next report here, and we'll just continue to move forward with the plant expansion.
All right, seeing no questions, we'll go to item F. Report of action by the executive director and approving construction change orders less than $30,000. See Exhibit D. Item 1, 2019 store improvement contract from Jet Jack.
Mr. Chairman, as you've indicated, we have a single reportable change order, and it is a credit, as the board is well aware. Sometimes we just don't use everything that have been allocated.
All right, good to hear. Action items, we will go with A and B. We needed approval of the minutes as well as B, motion to approve the invoices.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we go to item C, motion to award the following contract, 1739 electrical distribution system upgrade to Sargent Electric for $9.4 million. Bids are indicated in Exhibit F.
Mr. Chairman, as Kim had indicated in her reporting, this is the next contract up. She will be updating it with her upcoming reports. Bidding, as you can see, pretty tight with the three lowest bidders. I have no explanation for the fourth. It's not good.
All right, need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Okay, go to item 2, 1739 electrical distribution system upgrade general to, I always forget this name, ALCOSAN Industries for $2.5 million. Bids are Exhibit G.
Mr. Chairman, again, this is the general portion of this contract. Bids are, the bid, I should say, is not exactly where we would have anticipated going in, but there are numerous factors that reflect the higher value from COVID construction impacts to some subsurface realities that have been recognized, but we certainly recommend award. We've got a lot of experience with ALCOSAN.
Okay, need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, that's item 3, furnish and delivery, dewater system to SNF. Not even gonna try to pronounce any of these words. That was an easy word. At the price of $1.15 per pound. Bids are Exhibit H.
Mr. Chairman, this is the polymer used for dewatering with our centrifuge system. A single bidder, but a bidder that we have lots of experience with. And the pricing is in line with our expectation.
All right, I need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Item D, motion to authorize the preparation of specifications and advertisements for bids for the following contracts. See Exhibit I. There are a number of bids there. Do we want to go to each one?
I'll just walk straight through them.
Okay.
The explanations do appear in the exhibit, but quickly, the first primary disinfection temporary. We're going to have secondary outages during construction at the north end. So we're going to need to dose for disinfection purposes at the primary. This accounts for that. Next, incinerator bed sand. We have fluid bed incinerators that require sand. I believe the board is familiar with this contract repeatedly. Next, primary tanks, concrete decking resealing and repairs. Primary tanks right out here where we have many things set up during open house. Concrete tanks, they need to be taken care of. It's time to reseal them. A work barge being dry docked has to be dry docked for inspection. Naturally, most of what could be problematic is below the water. The board is familiar with us dry docking it to have it inspected and repaired as necessary. Emergency sewer televising contract, that is an annual contract that just provides support as we need it through the interceptor system. There are certain things that our folks just cannot manage. Lastly, repairs to fluid bed incinerator, number one. We want to make sure it can hold all that sand we put in it. So we need to repair it. Correct, Douglas? Correct.
Correct. All right. I need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, item E, motion to approve the following change orders that exceed $30,000. See Exhibit J under contract return, activated sludge pipe and pump replacement from ALCOSAN Construction for $44,000.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, I must apologize. Last month being June, as this is actually the July
meeting, yeah.
Yes, last meeting, I brought this to you as a reportable change order. Those that fall under $30,000, obviously it is not under $30,000. My apologies. Brought it back for your action. I will be bringing back some recommendations to modify the change order policy because we're about to enter a phase where you're going to have more change orders than probably any of you, except for Harry and Sylvia, have ever seen on an agenda.
Okay, motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, item F, G, and H, there was a professional services meeting held for these items. Item F, motion for modification services authorization 289 for CDM Smith to continue as the program director to assist ALCOSAN in the implementation of the Clean Water Plan for amount not to exceed $9.8 million.
Mr. Chairman, CDM Smith has been functioning as the program director for some time now. They provide excellent service and support. This authorization, this is 3 years. 3 years with optional
To 1 year.
which could become 5 years total.
Okay.
It's analogous to what they just came out of.
Okay,
So moved.
second. All in favor? Aye.
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 All right, item G, motion to modify service authorization 314 for Keystone Acquisition Services under the agreement for engineering consulting services.
Mr. Chairman, I will address G and H at the same time.
Oh,
They're the same item for different service providers. With respect to property acquisition, we had anticipated that we would be much further along with the program than we are right now. But as you have seen recently, we are now at the point we need these services more than ever. Both of these firms were brought on board for specific portions of the system because the system is so large and complex. We're not talking about additional fees because they have enough money in their budget. Our schedule just didn't work the way we thought it would. Looking to keep them on board.
Okay, so I need a motion for G and H.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Okay, item I, motion to modify the GROW program by amending the grant agreements by ALCOSAN and its municipal partners. I would say that we've done a really good job in getting money out and partnering with everybody. I know the doctors on the Green Committee with myself, and we have done a really good job in getting money out to these municipalities and doing a lot of great programs through GROW. So this is just an amendment to the grant agreements.
Which was taken to the Green Committee.
The Green Committee was last month as well. Yes. So I need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, last item. Motion to issue an open-ended bond in the form prepared by the solicitor holding ALCOSAN bound to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. This is in accordance with Allegheny block and lot numbers 7P125, 7P23, 7P32, 7P40.
Mr. Chairman, as we just spoke of property acquisition, this is one of those initiatives that the board needs to engage in to move the program forward with respect to placement of anticipated facilities.
All right, I need a motion and a second.
So move.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Aye. Okay, thank you. There is a little bit of new business, but we adjourn this meeting. The next meeting is September 23rd, 2021. I would say that for everybody, September 18th is the open house. Do we want to talk a little bit about how we're handling that? All I need to know is there a dunk tank and do I have to go back in it? No dunk tank this year? Okay, thank goodness.
You're safe.
I'm safe. Okay, so the video's still good. You can just reset forever. Perfect. So I would hope to see a lot of us there on September 18th. Could be
Hey,
good.
Corey.
Yes, sorry. Yes.
You do know that's also the St. Patrick's Day parade's been moved to September the 18th.
I do know I will be a little bit late, but I will be wearing green. So yes, it
Okay.
should be a busy day down here. So thank you very much. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Meeting adjourned.